chocolate.
You done donuts.
Oh yeah.
Say don't drop that don't.
Welcome everybody. I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving / holiday weekend, extended, whatever you want to call it. Here we are, episode 38. No Static Podcast. I am Dennis, your host, joined alongside my wonderful friends.
Cool.
You already know. LQ from Thundera.
Which they put She-Ra on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw that.
I have not watched it yet, but She-Ra is totally on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to House of Cards season. We are off track.
We just started that, so no track.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real talk. I'm over here reading an article about El Chapo. So
El Chapo.
Is he
we
out?
all.
El Chapo.
Nah, he ain't out.
You know what I like about El Chapo? He did some balling that shit. He said it's essentially the premise is from the same movie, but basically he offered any one of the inmates $10 million to kill one of the guards that was fucking with him. He said I can have $10 million in your commissary in the next 4 hours.
The whole El Chapo situation is so crazy. Like, just talking about it is nuts. Just because of the fact that even like the people was like scared to be on the jury.
I'm going to say something, and people will not agree with me because, well, we're talking about El Chapo.
El Chapo.
But El Chapo's story,
Chapo.
as much as notorious and blood covered as it is, it's pretty damn inspiring.
Bro, what did they say he was making, like 40 million a minute?
Listen, this is the thing that I think is so interesting about El Chapo. I've never seen photographs of El Chapo getting arrested with El Chapo not smiling. And that's real.
I never actually thought about that. That's crazy.
Speaking about niggas in jail, let's get to Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Are we jumping into Tekashi?
Yes. So for this one, unfortunately, I'm not as abreast. So what happened?
All right, I'll get to it. The feds happened.
The feds happened.
Yes.
Apparently, Tekashi 6ix9ine, misfiring his entire crew, is trying to do some sort of rebrand. Tekashi 6ix9ine was picked up Saturday night, not this Saturday, the Saturday prior, at a casino in New Jersey. The feds said when they picked up Tekashi 6ix9ine, said they were picking him up because they were basically trying to protect him from threats that had been made against his life. He's now sitting in Metropolis Detention Center in Brooklyn.
They moved him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I did read that.
Yeah,
They
moved
moved
him.
the other house, reportedly where people go to make deals. This has all been reported by TMZ, which later was verified by the New York Post and the New York Times. Now, here's the problem I have with this situation.
Wait, so he's not arrested at all?
Oh, no.
He is.
He's arrested.
This sounds like witness protection.
Like he's in like an
Started as
unknown
witness protection.
Air location.
Facility,
Yeah.
basically.
Let's take Rico.
Okay, so he's on the verge of getting Bobby Schmurder.
Oh yeah,
He was about to get Bobby Schmurder in connection to another crime, I'm guessing.
correct.
Yeah.
In an effort to do this and prevent him from being killed, the police arrested and detained him.
Correct.
Yeah, because how that happened, basically, well, the story was, like, before he even got arrested, they tried to talk to him and was like, asked him, did he want the protection from them? And then he was like, nah, I'm good. And he was supposed to go to a casino, and they got him before he could.
So who's the other people that they're protecting him from?
Treyway.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought he was Treyway.
No. Well, the gang is Treyway. It's him.
It's like the 9 Trey Bloods or something in Brooklyn.
All right, so 9 Treys, which make that ain't gonna say those is blood. So let me get this straight. So, oh my God, this is so confusing. So 6ix9ine,
Right.
who has been yelling Treyway on everything,
Right.
is now being
Denouncing.
protected from Treyway.
Right. After he denounced Treyway in the Breakfast Club.
You know what's interesting? He damned if you do, if you damned if you don't. If you don't, If this shit don't kill his career, they will.
He's still going to jail because he violated probation.
It's still no way out because he was on. They sentenced him
on probation for
to 4 years of probation off. Like he's fresh off of that 4-year probation sentencing.
Like he was like,
and
what,
then
what,
the feds
2 3
got
months in?
Hmm?
2-3 months in probation?
Not even that. Like 3 weeks.
He wait 3 weeks into probation. This happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's alright.
Like not even like a whole full month into that because that happened in October. It was Tekashi says the 4 years of probation
to get out of jail. He's going to have to go to jail. And then the journey just me out. So, and I want everybody to understand this because
I wonder how his hands gonna look in jail. I keep thinking that.
I really want everybody to understand this. When the feds are coming after you, they've been watching you for a
long
while.
time. They never show. They never show up because it was like, hey man, we was just in the neighborhood and we just felt like some shit was going on.
Like
always,
the shit you be like. If I'm doing some criminal activity right now and I'm sloppy with it, and I ain't got nobody on the inside, the feds are watching.
In a weird way, that's like a very generous thing for the feds. We let you sell $10 million more of cocaine before we kicked in the door and shut this shit down. $10 million more.
And they were talking about this particular task force that's in charge of whatever 6ix9ine is a part of has a 97% conviction rate. It was like the only way you get out of them prosecuting you is it's always a technicality. I mean, somebody moved too fast.
Something wasn't done.
Something was done properly.
Somebody
violated your rights, but it's never.
We got the wrong guy.
You know, somebody was dirty, but it's never, hey, what they said about you is not true. It's never that. So it's like, yo, I think the thing that was the most telling was when the lawyer for the first emergency bond hearing said, hey, he has 1.7 million liquidated in his bank account right now. He's willing to put that up for bond. And the judge said no.
Wait, hold on. So he was going to put up his entire portion with the bond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and his passport.
To bond out and hand over his passport. And they said no.
Because they saw him as like a flight risk.
And I said, well, once that was done, I was like, they got you, bro. There's nothing you can do to get out.
It's one of them things where they don't get, ain't nothing you can say to them. Unfortunately, ain't nothing you can say to them except snitching. Just want to say you.
And his trial isn't starting until like September of 2019.
So what's he do till then?
It looked like he's sitting.
Look.
That's what it looks like.
I was on Twitter when the shit happened, and a guy was on Twitter and said, listen, I've been at MDC. He says, you leave MDC 4 times a year. One of them times is when your trial is set. The other time is when you're in the infirmary. And the one time is when your lawyer has to come in there and talk to you. He's like, you don't leave MDC for no other reason. That's something I want people to think about. So my thing is, I hope the best for 6ix9ine. He gonna have to sit for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like Akon said, they got you locked up, bro. And I just want everybody to be like, hey, you know somebody who's doing some shit, get them out. Do whatever you can to get them out. Because when the feds is watching you, like I wasn't mad at 50 when 50 said what he said. He was like, oh, the feds, he was like, nah, get that little boy away from me. Because people was like, yo, that's real fucked up to 50. You calling him your son and everything, forgetting who the fuck 50 used to be. 50 wasn't beefing with just rappers. 50 was beefing with real killers. So that means if people start watching 50, the whole shit coming down. Because it ain't just 50.
So wait, 50 told him to get away from him?
Right. When he heard feds. So, that's my take on 6ix9ine.
Yeah. While we on the subject of, while we kind of in the same subject of jail, did y'all watch Love and Hip Hop last night?
No.
No idea.
My bad. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. I ain't gonna lie to you,
I
man.
can't. I call it lies in hip hop.
I'll give you
We call it lies in hip hop, man.
I give you a brief synopsis. It was basically the majority of it was like about the whole Jewel's thing, like him, like getting him.
Oh, the fact he got no teeth?
With that. You know what's crazy about the teeth thing? Like his teeth was moving before his mouth was. Like every time he talked.
You was just see.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Like.
So the episode was about Joel's forgetting that he had a gun in his bag. But why is that a new thing that niggas do now? Forget that you carried the burner and you in the airport.
He had a gun. He carried the gun to the airport, and then when they caught him, he ran, held the taxi, and turned himself in like a week later. And and what's crazy was that they I think he, last I heard, he like took the plea, but basically they was breaking down like how he was either going, like this was the crazy part. He was like, well, you know, I don't want to take the plea because I'm innocent.
No, you're not.
And it was just like, wait. They had like 300 cameras in the airport.
I mean, I know you feel innocent, but you like not.
Your whole thing is, yo, I forgot the gun. It's a complete normal thing to do that, and everybody else is like, nah, nigga, nah. You were supposed to have the gun in the first place.
Yeah, it was bad for him just because he was a felon and had the gun. Like, Plies did the same thing. T-Pain did the same thing, and everything was
Reginald Carter did the same thing.
Wait,
like, yeah,
she convicted felon?
No.
Reginald Carter?
No, none of the people we just named are like convicted felons. So
it's just to show how easy it is to forget that somehow you have a weapon in your bag. You know.
Yeah, like T.I. daughter had a.
Wait, how old is T.I. daughter?
Well, not his daughter, but his stepdaughter.
Yeah, I think it's stepdaughter, but she like 19, 20 something.
Yeah,
she's 22.
She's 22.
I was on her IG the other day.
T.I. has a stepdaughter? Like, what's her face from the skate?
Well, it's Tiny's daughter.
Yeah, Tiny's oldest child.
Yeah.
There's a whole rant I have about that show. I'm not going to get into it. I just want to know why.
One, I just don't do reality TV that well. Number two, I'm going to say this about Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop is the only show I know that I have never watched a single episode of, but I am constantly made aware of what is happening.
Yeah, like you know. Your boy don't love hip hop.
Who?
And they talked about the time when he got booed at Diamond.
Wait, who?
Safari.
Hold on, man. He's on there with who?
It's him, Joe Budden is on there, Mano,
Why is Mano?
Remy Papoose.
Why, Remy? Why, Papoose? It's the only people you've named so far that which wasn't on the show. Why, Remy? Why, Pat? What are they gonna do with Remy? Oh, fucking extra hood ass, bruh.
Extra hood pregnant ass.
She pregnant on the show?
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna give Remy my props. She came home from jail and she started to look a lot better, just physically.
Really? Because she was looking good before she went to jail.
She looked good before she went to jail, but not the way she looked now.
Oh,
Yeah, it was one of them things where like before Remy went to jail, it was like.
It was like you might be attractive, but you're just so fucking hard in New York, like a dude that I can't really see it.
Yeah.
Then she came back and
I feel you. I was gonna fuck Remy Ma the Timbs anyway.
I feel you.
She was gonna wear the Timbs.
The Lakers beat scraped by 20.
Yeah, but to continue on to Smack TV talk, Tory Lanez and Jordan Lucas engaged into lyrical fisticuffs. Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, that's on the docket.
That's
basically.
Right.
That's right, Tone.
Yeah,
Beef from Toronto made it all the way to Detroit.
He can out-rap Jordan Lucas. And they ended up making songs going back and forth at each other.
Here's the sad part. Tory had them bars.
But
It's still Jordan Lucas.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
It's still Jordan Lucas.
At the end of the day, Tory did his best. He even went back over the Liddy beat, but
Well, here's the me out. Tory held his own. I'm not mad at Tory at all if you're feeling that way. Now, the question that everybody's trying to figure out, which I've been trying to figure out for the last 3 hours with Tory Lanez, are you a rapper or are you a singer?
No, he's whatever Drake is. Or whatever, well, no, he's whatever Travis Scott is.
Because Drake is a unicorn.
That's what I say. He's whatever Travis Scott is. Save for producer.
it's kind of hard to categorize Tory Lanez. Like, he'll do Chicks Tape, he'll do New Toronto, and it's like, you get the best of both worlds.
So I'm like, okay, but you got into your rapper bag, but your current hot song right now is Talk to Me, which is you singing, but you done got into your rapper bag, and you feel like you can out-rap Jordan Lucas. Once again, sorry, it was Jordan Lucas. And as far as I'm concerned, Jordan Lucas ripped that nigga a new asshole. But I was pleasantly surprised with Tory Lanez.
Same, yeah.
So how did this all start?
Basically, Tory said something. He was on live, and I think he like challenged Joyner and Trippie Redd to like a
that scale is like what? That's like me saying, yeah, bro, I want to fight Kimbo Slice and this paralyzed homeless Vietnam veteran with no legs. Like, what?
Yeah, it happens.
And he also said he want to go against Pusha T next.
Listen, now that when he said that, I said, bro, you don't want none. You don't want none of that,
bro.
man. You don't. Now the great thing about it was Push was like, no.
Yeah, I don't think Pusha.
Like they had they caught Pusha T somewhere. They said, hey, Tory Lanez wants to do a rap battle against you. No.
That's what's funny, bro. But he said he really wants to.
No.
No.
Hey, speaking of Pusha T, did y'all see the video when Pusha was in Canada and they poured water on him, and then like I guess
No, that was actually paint. It was
that's paint.
Yeah, because you know there's a whole bunch of Caribbean folk, West Indian folk in Toronto.
Wait, they threw paint on him?
He was performing in Toronto. You know, Drake's from Toronto, and you know Push comes up there. He's trying to do a show, and I guess you had some Drake acolytes in the crowd.
Drakeolites?
Yeah, or you know Drakomaniacs, and they just started because you know they had to do a West Indian thing. They started throwing paint on the stage. One of them got jumped by Pusha T's people.
Oh.
Now, after the show, Pusha T made a real joke about it, you know, put out this short little snippet saying, hey, Toronto, you were great, you know. And everybody's like, does that mean Pusha T will never come back to Toronto? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, because he went back up there and performed like in the nothing.
Yeah, ain't shit happened after they, you know, beat the guy's ass and dragged him off stage for being, you know, that guy.
Yeah, like as soon as it was over, you seen there all the smoke clear. Pusha T came back. Yeah, that was it.
That's actually funny.
Yeah.
just to come back up.
That is. Oh, all right. Okay.
But yeah, it was cool. It was a nice little hip hop move.
I mean, it was like as far as Tory and Joyner goes, like it was good, you know.
Yeah,
Get some lyrical warfare
you
going.
know, and I want to pretend that it was a friendly beef or a friendly battle. Like they ain't got no real smoke for each other, but you know, if you're a rapper, you gotta feel like you're better than everybody else. But once again, you Tory Lanez, so I'm like, how do you get into your rapper bag?
What was our angle here?
Like clearly, you know, you're forgetting the fact that your first single was, you know, a milestone sample.
Yeah, that was. I think that was before I actually was like started listening to Tory Lanez. I was kind of like, okay, this kind of sounds like more of the same to me. And I think it took some time for me with Tory.
Yeah. You don't have to do more than just say it.
Hey, did y'all hear about the man that died trying to cross the cross the river?
I just found out about this. So give me the deets.
Listen, my nigga. They lit that nigga up like Cleo from Set It Off.
So wait, they legit like Denzel me with arrows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, it was like the set of 300, nigga.
Okay, give me the play-by-play. Was he drunk? Did he know what he was doing?
He was trying to like go across the river, I guess, to convert them to Christianity. That's the story.
All right. Off the coast of Tasmania, where this island is located, there is this island that is separated from the rest of the world. It is actually against the law for you
To go there.
They have killed people and they have gotten away with it, and it is fine because they say, hey, all that shit that y'all doing, we don't want no part of it. Y'all over there, we're over here. Don't fuck with us.
And the crazy part is, the police tried to recover the body and they got sprayed up.
How many cops survived?
I mean,
Well, I don't think nobody
all
got
of them
killed.
survived.
They was just like, nah, fuck this shit, and they just turned around. Like that's how that happened.
So this guy goes over there. He's a missionary. Says, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? These black people who don't know nothing about white Jesus, I'm gonna introduce them to white Jesus because they've never had it in their lives, and they've been living for thousands of years peacefully in sin. And convince some guy to take him over. Now, the guy that took him over on the boat never crossed the line.
He got to the ones where you got
The guy's over there, probably arms wide open. I come in peace with white Jesus.
And he paid those people $325 to like get him over there. And the next thing they saw was them like dragging his body and burying it.
Yeah. They like literally the guy who
Was there footage?
No, the guy, as far as I know, there wasn't. But
Yeah,
the guy on the raft described it. They said he was walking over there, and next thing you know, a whole bunch of arrows was, and his body was like,
Real training day.
It's not supposed to be funny, but when you hear it and you're like, okay.
Yeah, if somebody was to tell somebody that. Like,
Now for his family, my condolences to his family. That is my condolences to his family. I don't want people to think that the No Static podcast is insensitive and that we condone that kind of violence. But,
unless you a dumbass and you went over there asking for it.
But we also want people to understand that there's a reason why this island is separated from the rest of the world. Why that it's against the law for you to go over there.
Yo, like they're federally protected.
Like there's a reason for that.
Yeah, the people that carried them over there got arrested.
So, my condolences to his family. I'm sorry, but hey, sometimes there are problems that Jesus cannot solve. Like that one. Call on Jesus. Tell him what you want. Oh my God. He's on top. Oh shit. I'll walk through the valley of the shadow of the arrows.
He swam through the valley of the shadow of arrows. That's not even like he did not walk through that. He went through. Oh my God,
bro. Here's my thing, because he had to tell somebody before he went over there and said, "Hey, I have a feeling that God has called me to spread the the word of his love and his joy to these people.
You know how they say like
'Cause,
when they say like only God knows when it's your time.
yeah.
I think he knew. Like just for
I feel like you got on the beach, saw the arrows come, was like, yep. Yep.
any minute now.
Well,
This is my moment.
Mississippi has proved that they still dumb.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! Thanks, Mississippi. Y'all just want to be coons forever.
So this Lion King movie, live action movie coming out.
I just got one thing to say about the Lion King movie. If Be Prepared is not lit, I don't give a fuck about that movie. If we don't see marching hyenas doing the fucking Nazi march
Gustav.
in live action, I don't care about the movie.
It's going.
It has to be. I have to
It
see
has the
live action marching hyenas doing the Nazi Gustav to Be Prepared.
Are the Migos gonna be the hyena still?
No.
He literally wrote in his journal before he died, God, I don't want to die.
Oh shit!
The Lakers did not beat the Nuggets.
That's because the Nuggets is low key like good this year.
No, they scraped them 117-85
Oh,
in Denver.
okay.
Like, put it this way. Bron not even to do the, oh shit, that was bad, jog out of the arena. He just walked at a normal pace.
Well, this isn't animated, but that Hobbs and Shaw movie is coming out.
The
one that Tyrese was real angry about.
Wait. Is this the movie that The Rock is doing that he's upset with The Rock?
It's spinoff.
Oh, Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Because The Rock made it by himself and not the Fast family.
Is anybody else in the Fast family expressing the same kind of sentiment?
No.
No.
It's Tyrese Pro.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
apparently Tyrese got a Benny Hanna's in his house.
a Benihana's. He got like a life size, like the Transformer Bumblebee. Got a Starbucks in there.
Time out. We go back up. You said, and I quote, Tyrese has a Benihana in his house.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen this?
No. This is fact. Everybody keeps confirming it.
What?
It was like he has it in his backyard.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That it's like a staffed Benihana's that only he eats at.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyrese is freaking broke. Tyrese has been.
That's no more different from when Akon was living in Atlanta and had his own gas station.
That's different. Akon also owns a fucking diamond mine. Completely different. When you literally own where diamonds grow, you can do that kind of shit. This nigga Black Tie doesn't own these things. This nigga
Why do you think Black Tie can't own a Benihana?
It's not that I think he can't own a Benihana's, but this is how I look at it. I look at the ratio of how often he works to how much that must have cost to maintain on a monthly basis, in addition to the actual house itself. Because that means it's a Benihana's. It's a full Benihana's.
I don't think it's a full Benihana's. I think it's a Benihana's Express.
That didn't make it no better.
That's hilarious. But the thing is, there's a Benihana's in his house. That means he maintains the Benihana's, the staff, their wages, the Starbucks, their wages, all the supplies for this place.
Correct.
So he not only pays for the meal. Wait, didn't I forgot about it? Then after he pays for all this shit, he still gotta pay for the meal. And I'm just damned if a fucking Benihana's in my house. I'm paying, I'm signing everybody's check. I'm staffing them over. I'm simultaneously the owner, the supervisor, and the shift manager. And I gotta pay for my own shit. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just all the food stuff that he has.
More importantly, think about it this way. Nobody else eats at the restaurant.
Bro, Rick Ross has a Wingstop in one of the rooms in his 100-room mansion.
I wouldn't put that past him.
Rick Ross has a 100-room mansion, which I don't doubt.
Yeah, because it was Evander Holyfield's old house.
I don't doubt. But here's I just don't understand niggas sometimes, bro. Like, I can see if you told me, hey, he worked it out with Benihana's where, you know, he paid X amount of dollars and whenever he's ready, they you know, bring him food.
I mean, that's essentially what it is.
But you said he got one in. Like, okay, here's my thing. This is what I'm thinking, bro. I'm going to tell you what's fucking me up about it.
Okay.
We, 1, 2, and 3 work at Reese's Benihana's.
Okay.
All right, we all work there, right?
Okay.
What happened when he don't want Benihana's? What happened when he come home like, damn, man, I just want some chicken fingers?
I don't know.
I was he offering PTO.
What do we do? Do we still have to work a full 8-hour shift? More importantly, does he deduct that from you and say, hey, Reese wasn't feeling Benihana's too much this month? It was a lot of McDonald's, so here's some tickets to my next show. Here's my entire album with discography, and I'll see you guys Monday.
Listen, you can say that Black Rose was flame, my nigga.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm not saying I don't say he hasn't put out quality work. I'm saying, what the fuck are we supposed to do? What if he do the annoying customer thing? What if he walk into our Benihana's, look at the menu, go, I'm going to be up James. I mean,
I feel you, but I guess he really likes Benihana's.
Eventually, you gotta get tired of eating at the same place.
I feel you, but I'm
eventually.
I don't get tired of smoking fries.
Every dish on the menu, he pick one and we just throw all that shit out. Like, no offense, nobody else is coming. So if he show up for dinner, what if he had a long day and he go to bed at like 7:30? Do we get to go home early? Is it something like he turn off the lights in his room and they just turn off all the businesses that are in his house? And like a nightlight coming on and letting you know that Tyrese is asleep?
The joint that trips me out is like, what kind of traffic do you got in and at your house when you need that? Where you need the Benihana's and the Starbucks.
Bro, listen,
there's a third restaurant in his house too.
Yeah, a Benihana's, a Starbucks, and it's not even just food. He has a dry cleaning, he has dry cleaners at his crib.
Like he owns George and Wheezy.
But basically,
like,
Boogie is entirely top.
Hold on.
Like he has a.
Hold on. I got it.
It's called Voltron Cleaners. A full service laundromat in his house. And the outdoor theater.
Alright. I never knew the name of it.
Voltron Cleaners. Same name as his label too.
Yeah, Voltron Entertainment, yeah.
Voltron Dry Cleaners.
Oh my god.
And he has a nightclub.
We're never going to get another TGTL.
We're not. I think it's confirmed.
Alright, moving on.
Bro, y'all have no idea how I'm stuck on this.
It's just wild, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, hey, Coca-Cola, baby. You do one commercial for Coca-Cola, you set for life, dog. Set for life.
Hold on.
That's almost.
Bro, y'all don't understand, bro, the sheer logistics of it. Like, I'm not saying that he's broke, or the reason why I'm asking is because
his broke isn't our broke. Our broke is, hey, the lights ain't gonna be on after a couple of days. His broke is he may have to get rid of one of his restaurants. That's inside his house. So yeah. So he was sitting there crying, talking about, what more do you want from me?
We want half the wages of the Starbucks staff. What the fuck is wrong with you, Nick? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my god. Speaking of niggas buying shit that they absolutely don't need, how was Black Friday for y'all?
It was hell. It was.
I did not partake in any of that.
I mean, I don't either, but you know, the one thing I was happy about this particular Black Friday, I didn't hear any story about somebody getting trampled to death. So, but what about y'all? What about any Black Friday shenanigans?
I haven't experienced any myself.
It's 6 stories tall.
Wait, what? His house is 6 stories tall?
It's 25,000 square feet. Okay, listen, I'm obsessed about this. Because I'm going to tell y'all something right now, bro. Y'all just confirmed to me that he got actual size Transformers, a Chinese store, a coffee shop, and evidently something else, plus a 4-wheel cleaning garage. And can't nobody tell me how many bathrooms this shit got.
Bro, you know what this tells me, my nigga?
More importantly, is Tyrese ever walking through his home and then somebody, like a new hire, is just late for their shift and he just see them like running through his house and shit? Like, I don't want to be like coming out of the bathroom from taking a shit and all of a sudden you see some like college student, oh my god, I'm gonna be late. It's just like, running some shit.
What's the process of clocking in?
Ringing the doorbell?
Ding. But it's in the backyard. You just run. Well, no, I'm pretty sure he got hella security, so you can't just run through it like that. But
So y'all want me to believe that at a certain point during the year, there is X amount of hours Tyrese dedicates to just sending out everybody 10:30?
we're doing payroll.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, this shit is boggling my freaking mind, bro. Like,
Bro, Dad says, as far as I'm concerned, it's 2 people manning all 3 of these things.
wait. I want you to know when you said that. So you mean to tell me Tyrese is walking around his mansion, right? he begins to approach the Starbucks. Somewhere with a radio and binoculars is one of the staff members going, "He's smelling like coffee." He gets to the Starbucks. They all rush over there, switch out of the uniforms.
Throw the Starbucks apron
like stripper
on.
style. Right, rip it off. And got the Starbucks uni after that. He gets there, they greet him, and then he goes, "I just want to use the bathroom." To which, of course, the police are called in his own house. Then he decides he doesn't want Starbucks, he wants Benihana's. And now they have the task of completely shutting down a Starbucks, cleaning up the coffee grounds, turning off all the machines, cleaning all the fixtures, and then they rush in their Starbucks uniforms.
God, they have to turn the Starbucks Wi-Fi on.
My bad. Turn the Wi-Fi off because it's still a Starbucks and free Wi-Fi is expected, even though they're in his home, which probably has Wi-Fi. But anyway, they
Wi-Fi without a password.
They completely shut down and closed Starbucks nowhere near the normal hours. Rush over the Benihana's, hit another where they had like another Benihana's uniform underneath the Starbucks uniform that they just ripped off a Benihana's uniform to reveal. Get into position in the Benihana's, open the place up, start on the hibachi and shit. So that when Tyrese walks in, they're completely sweaty and out of breath, by the way. Good morning, she gets it's a pleasure to serve you a Benihana's. And to which he goes, "Is it okay if I use this bathroom?" And they say yes, and the police aren't called. And then maybe, just maybe, he still goes to Subway.
Listen, I stand by what I said. There's 2 people working all 3 businesses. As far as I'm concerned.
If it's 2 people,
on top of that, I think that whole place is it's a food court. You got 6-story, 25,000 square acre house.
Now,
there's a food court in his house.
So y'all want me to believe?
And he has a 3-restaurant food court? Exactly. Yeah, I do want you to believe that. Complete with a fully functional dry cleaning business.
At least if you got a food court, they ain't gotta run too far.
So, question: when he's like shooting a movie, are you just off?
Yeah.
Right. Reese is on set, so looks like we got to see a Walmart is hiring for the next 6 to 12 months. So hold on, bro, because y'all have no idea. Bro. I got so many questions about this shit.
Listen, man. All I know is Tyrese, most interesting person in the world, dog.
Bro, I am fucking baffled by the sheer logistics of this place.
I gotta do more research on this.
Does the meat truck just pull up to the front door?
I mean,
Do they just show up in time? At any given moment, are there several like meat trucks just boom boom, and Tyrese opens the door and they're like, they looking at Tyrese and they looking at their order form that say Benihana's, and they looking at Tyrese and they looking at their order form and they looking at Tyrese and they go, we're here for the shipment of meat for Benihana's, and he goes, oh yeah, follow me. And they proceed to walk. Tyrese proceeds to walk these men through his house as they drop the meat off to his Benihana's. And he signs, he lets them leave, where they circle around the block to only find out they still have to supply the biscuits for the freaking Starbucks.
He also has a salon
in his house.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
in his backyard.
Oh yeah. His wife needed her hair done.
Okay, fair. I can deal with that. Because if you told me that knowing that nigga's bald, I was like, okay, y'all full of shit.
Tyrese with a barbershop. Well, I can kind of see if his hair was like growing and like.
I feel like he still got a barber in there. I feel like he got a, yeah, what's up, y'all? This is Todd.
You got to, because you know that hair gonna pop up at some point, and it's probably gonna like pop up on this.
Todd, keep me nice and smooth and even. You know, up top, nice and low. My nigga, you bald. Todd's not doing anything. It's genetics.
You imagine if you pull up with like one string of hair, you're like, get this real quick.
And go, and like completely furious, like, Todd, what is going on? What is happening? This is not why I moved you in and pay for you. No offense, bro. If you work in a restaurant in somebody's house, you a slave.
What is that?
That's literally what you work. You work in the restaurant in this thing's house. This thing owns the restaurant and you.
So basically, you're saying Tyrese believes in affirmative action.
I'm saying Tyrese is literally a slave owner. And no offense, if we gonna go after R. Kelly, I want Tyrese up there too.
I can't, bro. He made Sweet Lady.
No offense. No offense. We don't know Sweet Lady wasn't being sung to a Starbucks employee who was just trying to find her first job at age 16.
I feel you. He made Sweet Lady, though.
If Tyrese made Sweet Lady at a time where Starbucks wasn't as prevalent, then he might have been ahead of the curve.
But he did make Sweet Lady at a time when Starbucks wasn't as prevalent.
Okay, we gotta go to the next thing, because otherwise I would be watching Tyrese all night.
Because now I'm looking at the lyrics of Sweet Lady.
You want to see what's about Frappuccinos and shit?
I'm trying to tie something to it.
See if it's about caramel macchiatos and shit?
Sweet Lady, would you be mine?
What if he just dropped a line about the Starbucks app like 10 years early?
Listen,
on some Who Really Tell Tupac shit. Like,
pumpkin spice.
Listen, y'all. Caramel horchata in the Starbucks app coming soon.
And a grande.
Why?
I ran across this. I thought this was pretty cool in relation to Black Friday. My Black Friday experience. Seeing a woman get her arm broken by a man because she grabbed the last 3 blue towels in the box. Standing in line for a PS4 with a preacher who showed me how to use my keys to stab people if they try to steal things out of my hands. Watching a man who hit an employee over the head with a Doc McStuffins purse get tackled and carried away by 2 policemen wearing Rudolph antlers. Stampede at Kohl's over pillows.
Why were you so many places on Black Friday, bro? Like, why? What the fuck was you doing? Why were you not at work?
Listen, I got time to shop.
Wait, was this all after 4 o'clock?
Wait, there's more. Getting in line behind a man with 16 blenders in his buggy and 4 more in his arms. 2 women being dragged off by police after a fight because they both wanted the same vacuum cleaner. A man getting special permission by Walmart employees to check out ahead of everyone else because he didn't realize it was Black Friday and all he wanted was a jar of pickles.
What the fuck kind of day was you having, bro? That you saw all this? Did I hear you say a lady had her arm broken over 3 towels?
The last 3 towels by a man.
What? Hold on, wait. When you say he broke her arm, was it like, okay, he bumped her, she fell, broke her arm, or like she went for the 3 towels? He looked at her like this and just like with no provocation, with no words, he immediately like Steven Seagal her like and she was just like, she like on the ground screaming and shit. And he just like silently take the towels and slowly walk off and just stare her husband down the whole time.
Get the size of them.
Just like, he put the clothes in his car and back away with the. Your wife needs medical attention, and if you grab those washcloths, so are you. What?
That's some real savagery.
She reached for the towels, he reached for the towel. They both put their hands on the towels, and because it's like a unique moment, she think he like falling for her, and she gazed into his eyes, and he gazed back into hers, and then when she moved in to kiss him, all of a sudden when she get like right here, all he do is go. Which is the complete opposite of what she was expecting. Because, bro, I'm thinking it's broke and it's like everywhere, like a fire hose and shit like that. And she's screaming, and like, because it's Black Friday, it's like a Walmart employee, like literally like 2 feet away, that's just like, I don't know. All I know is I ain't got to touch them out till y'all leave.
Exactly. This is all y'all.
Bro, listen, you should have just followed that dude around and see if that was just his only way of getting it. Like, did he go over to the food side and it was like 1 can of Jif left? And it was like a kid.
Yeah, there's got to be more to the story.
And he's staring his kid down, the kid's staring him down, and he's staring his kid down. And the kid is like, and he's just like,